Brothers and sisters, you know what it is. We back at it, and it's week 4 of Tattoo Business Mastery. Hello, replay viewers. I want to encourage you this week to go back and watch the intros because it was so much more than just wins. So much so that we may have changed what the wins look like forever in TBM. Have the wins made you judge yourself more than inspire you? Have the wins made you fall into the trap of comparing your insides to our outsides? Ooh, it's a trap. And Raquel helped and Nathan helped us see the light on that. Replay viewers, if you're watching this because you went straight to the training, I encourage you to go back and watch the intros. It's wins, shares, takeaways, and so much more. Yes. And special announcement, the TBM thread now is a big old help forum. Where do you really need help with in your life, in your business? What have you been struggling, but you've been too scared to mention because it seems like everybody else is on fire? Have you been wondering, like, why ain't this shit working for me? Everybody else seems to be killing it. What's wrong with me, right? That's a lie. And this group is for you, to serve you. Where do you really need help in? That's what this group is for. This is going to be a short training of week 4. Who fucking knows? I could go for 3 more hours. Who fucking knows? Let's go. Woo! Thanks for being back here with me. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. And I appreciate you for that. My God. Side note, is anyone in, whoever is into hip hop, Aaron's laughing at me. I do side notes all the fucking time. Squirrel. Right? Fuck. Is anyone into Toby Nwigwe? I think that's how you say his name. Toby Nwigwe. He's fucking awesome. Man, he's a true soldier. Not only does he rap, but his wife is like raps with him, and they have their toddlers with them on tour, on stage, in their videos, wherever they go. He's like a family man and hip hop artist, and it's just fucking beautiful to see. And he's got a song that's like my anthem right now. It's called Father Figure. But even the opening lines of his song, he says, I could do in days what might take them years. I've imparted ways with those who move in fear. It's hard to go astray when the vision's clear. Locate, they might have to throw parades when I'm no longer here. Woo! Anyways, that boy good. That boy good. Okay. Get your pen and paper out. I got some questions for you to write down to ask yourself, because the quality of your life comes down to what you're asking you. Yes, Madison.
Sorry, what was that song? What's the name of it?
Okay, good. You know what? Ah, shit. I wish I could share. I couldn't. Here's an old man question. I can't share an Instagram video in our Facebook group, can I?
I'll share the YouTube of his videos. I'm a big fan of him.
Great. Well, fuck yeah, Gray. Well, can you find, I don't know if it was the BET Music Awards or whatever, but he got up and performed. The song's called Father Figure, but the live version blows the album version away. And it's him and Black Thought from the Roots. But he plays it live, like it's on his Instagram. But it's probably on YouTube as well. And if you're going to share any live video, Gray, if you can find him and Black Thought, the Roots, performing live the song Father Figure.
For
And
sure. He
share
has a
that in our
Paul
group.
Wall song too. It's great. But I got
He's
you
got
for sure.
so many that are fucking great.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Gray. Oh, snaps from my sister Gray. Woo! Oh, yeah. Man, it's so good. Such a good song. There's so many great one-liners in that song, you know. Well, okay. I don't want to get too side trail. Here we go. First of all, we're talking about givers. Here, let me let this other brother N's coming in. Welcome back, brother Brian. Okay. Guys, talk about giving. We know so much bigger than money, right? Now, I'm telling you, the more our storehouses get filled, the more we can meet needs just because we can. And I do it as a lifestyle because I can now. I mean, at least weekly. Like, I know certain homeless people by name. They call me their angel. It's like God sends me into their life on certain nights when they fucking need it. And you know what I'm saying? I literally will be driving and feel led in my spirit that I'm supposed to go drive down to the city right now. And I don't have a fucking clue why. I just got to obey, only to get down there and an array of divine appointments is there waiting on me. My favorite scripture verse, it's hard to narrow down, says God's eyes are constantly looking to and fro the earth, just looking for a willing vessel to drop all his glory in, right? It's not looking for somebody perfect, not looking for somebody that fucking believes whatever. It's not looking for somebody that goes to church, any of that shit. Just looking for a willing brother or sister. I'll do it. You want me to go meet a need? You want me to go fucking do something for somebody? I'll do it. I'm willing. It says God's eyes, the universe, the divine is looking for anyone crazy enough to be like, fucking, I'll do it. And that's me. I'll fucking do it. So I get called on a lot because I'm willing, right? Oh, man. So good. Yep. I'm even having like homeless people like come over to my house for dinner, take them out, help them get housing. There's an old beautiful woman named Miss Barbara. She calls me her angel. I'm getting her a cell phone next week. Like, it's just fun, but I'm blessed, so I get to be a blessing. And, you know, so there are ways we can help meet needs and help people out monetarily. If we got $1, when you charging your prices, it's bigger than you. Don't feel fucking guilty. You know, because you can make a greater impact. But did you know, I'm going to give you the 3 T's right now. 3 T's of giving is your time, your talent, and your treasure. Your time, your talent, and your treasure. So we can call treasure money. If you got a little treasure building up, yes, you can bless people and give that away and meet other needs, right? But my God, there's so much. The real riches of life money can't buy. Bob Marley said it best when he said, some people are so poor, all they have is money. Right? I'll flip the script and say, some tattoo artists suck so bad, all they have is a dope portfolio. Right? Who cares about your portfolio and the lines you run if you're fucking shit? Right? And what I'm getting at is giving people your time, your acknowledgement, an ear, showing that you care can be so much more valuable than a dollar bill. Giving people your time, your acknowledgement, showing that you care, especially older folks, any type of folks. But you know, there's old people that they're fine financially. They're okay. But man, in their spirit, they're poor relationship wise. And to just give them your time, to sit down next to an old man or woman and just give them time. I mean, there's an old man that lives next door to me, and whenever his garage doors popped up, and I could tell he's lonely. And so I'll go over and talk to him. Me and my daughters go talk to him, and I'll give that man my time. And after we're done spending time, I can tell he's so filled up. He's more blessed than if I'd have went over and gave him $10,000 cash. Like some things you can't buy. He don't need me to give him $10,000. But man, he really needed me to give him 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes or hour, whatever time I gave him, was priceless. And we can do that with people, to give them our time and then to give them our talents. Well, how do we give people our talents? Because we charge them for that. Well, there's proper value. Even though you're charging, you're still giving your talent, right? And guys, it is so, so powerful for you to know your name, know who you are and how you operate, and keep respect on it. Anyone that sits in your chair is in agreement and aligned with who you are. You've aligned with the vision. They agreed with your name, right? Mr. B, unmute yourself and tell us your first name.
James.
Anybody got a problem with his name being James? Of course not. That's who he is, right? And it's so important for people to agree to and align and sign with who you are, your rates. And they got to do whatever they got to do to be prepared to show up and work with you, right? And they're fully in alignment with you, who you are, how you operate. They ain't got a problem with your price. They ain't got a problem that your name's James. That's who you are. And they've decided to work with you, James. They've decided to work with you, Matt. They've decided to work with you, Rob, and so on. Elliot, Denny, Josh, Dusty, Raquel, Nathan, Canada, all of you, right? Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes we can realize it might be a stretch for a client, especially when you raise your rates and someone really wants you to work on them. Then you tell them who you are and how you operate, your price, and you can see they got sticker shock. They're almost defeated, like, oh no, dang it, right? And we empower them and believe in them. We are the belief instillers that I believe in you. And this is not a conversation about if we're meant to work together. If I'm your tattoo artist, I am your tattoo artist. This isn't a conversation about if as much as when. Now that my price might be higher than what you're expected, I'm still the man for your piece. I got the vision. I want to help you with your piece. This just may dictate when. If you got to go and save up a little bit more, and when you're ready, I'll be here for you and it'll be right on time. And that will be your day and we will celebrate it, right? And to empower them to go away, not leaving them disempowered, like maybe I'll just half-ass it, maybe I'll shrink it, maybe I'll go to the cheap guys. No, no, no. Did you guys know, and this is a later teaching, there is power in you being the most expensive in town instead of you trying to be comparable. By you being the more expensive guy, there's power in that, right? To empower them to go away. Anyways, what I'm getting at is another way to give your talent is once they've agreed to you and they're aligned with you and they do whatever it takes to afford you and sit in your chair and get a tattoo from you. There's respect on it. There's value on it. Now on the back end, you've poured your heart and soul into this piece today. It's done, even if it's just session one. You're having show and tell. You're celebrating. The other people in the shop, you're having show and tell. Look, we did it. Come check it out. And everyone else is celebrating. Then when you go to the front counter to ring them up and settle it up. And my people, it's been so clearly communicated what my name is, what my rates are. I don't even have to tell them on the back end. So, well, you know, if they don't even ask like, so what do I owe you? They fucking already know. That's been established. I don't have to say, but you know, what I'm getting at is because some of my clients on the back end, it was so clear what my rates are. And we don't have to talk. They hand me an envelope and my cash is already in it. They already knew my name. They already knew what they were committed to. They already knew what it is on the back end. I don't have to even re-say what my prices are. Now, sometimes I do, but they already know. They're already committed and they're already prepared to where they've already got it in an envelope from their bank and hand it to me, right? Now, on the back end, if I so feel led, if I feel desired, I can give them some of my talents. So let's just say for arbitrary reasons, let's say my day rate was $1,000. It's more, but for just this purpose. Now, when I go to ring them up on the back end, I can reiterate my name and my price. Hey, like you already know, I'm 1K a day. I know I told you to bring 1K today, but you know what? Today I wanted to bless you. So I'm cutting it in half. We're good at 5. Now it's a blessing because they weren't expecting it. Now I can bless them. And if I do, it's actually a blessing. I didn't change my name or my rates on the front end because of their circumstance, their story, because they ain't got it, but they really want it, any of that, because they haggled me or because I went backwards or shrunk down. And even though my rates are usually 1,000, but dude, you're cool. We can just do it for 6. Fuck all that. They need to be all in agreement upon who you are and your name and committed to it. If you want to bless them, you do it on the back end. Now it's a real blessing. See, early on when I didn't know my name and my self-worth, and let's say if my day rate was 1K, but then I'd be like, I'd drop and be like, but man, we can do it for 6. And call that a blessing, saying I'm being a giver, but it's really, I'm shrinking back and folding on my own integrity. And it's not a blessing. It's devaluing me. It's devaluing them. It's devaluing the peace. And I call it being a blessing. Fuck all that. You need to know who you are. That's why who you are, your rates, your name was James 2 months ago. Your name's is James tonight. You just reaffirmed that and told us your name's going to be James 2 months from now. Your pricing is not personal. That's who you are. It's already set in stone. Once they're aligned with you in agreement on you. Now, if you decide to change your name or your rates in the name of a blessing, it comes on the back end. Now it's really a blessing. There have been times where I've been like, yep, I know I said bring 1K, and this was session 3, and we got 2 more sessions to go. So let's say I'm in the middle of a sleeve that's going to be around 5 sessions, and they paid 1K the first session, 1K the second session. Here we're on the 3rd session. They already know what it is. Now I can be like, hey, man, I just want to thank you. And I fucking really appreciate you. You only got 1 left arm. You gave it to me. I appreciate the honor of being a part of the rest of your life and getting to be a part of this piece. And you know what it is. I'm 1K for the day, plus tax, whatever, blah, blah. I know I told you to bring 1K, but man, today's on me. Today's on me. Thank you. Now it's a fucking blessing. And that shit's fun. But anyways, 3 T's, 3 different ways of giving. You can give your time, your talent, and your treasure. And with us, we get to give all 3, and it can be interchangeable. Right? Okay. So I just want to give you that before the questions. Here are the questions to ask yourself now and always. Man, this shit gets me stirred up already. Here we go. I'm going to start out with this. Well, first of all, did you guys know that there's a difference between playing to win versus just playing to not lose? Do you know there's a difference between playing to win versus playing to not lose? Oh, oh. Do you know there's a difference? Where you've been playing small energetically in your head. Are you really playing to win, or are you just playing to not lose? There's a huge difference. And I'm teaching you all just to fucking go ahead, jump off the cliff, and play to win. And watch God source in the whole universe fucking.
Froze up.
Well, my Wi-Fi ain't playing to win. Damn, am I back?
Playing to freeze up.
Okay. Oh, so good. We're all about impact. Let me remind you. I mean, my God, we'll use Jason's example. Who knows how many tattoos he's actually done in the span of his career and lifetime, the impact, the legacies he's leaving. I know very well right now, the tattoos I do today, most of them are going to outlive me. right? We get to leave an impact, a legacy, impacting lives. Oh, let's not discount and discredit what we're really doing here. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than a tattoo. Question number 1. Am I currently in an energy of playing to win or just not to lose? Am I currently in an energy of playing to win or to just not lose? You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Hey, am I currently in an energy of playing to win or just to not lose? You got to ask yourself. These questions will remind yourself. This is the communication with yourself. Thank you, Raquel. Oh, thank you for sisters like Raquel. She's putting it, she's typing it. Am I currently in an energy of playing to win or just not to lose? Okay. This next one's Hip's favorite. Now, guys, Hip hopped off. You know, there was 2 major reasons why Hip wasn't joining us tonight. One, because he thought he was going to be on a plane during class tonight. But then when he went to the airport, his whole plane got delayed, then canceled altogether due to flash flood warnings and storms and shit like that. Cool. Adapt. But guess what? It's his wife Megan's birthday. So since they were stuck in Dallas, they were celebrating her birthday. And I just letting you guys know that in the midst of all that and celebrating his birthday, him and his wife came back up to their room just to join on Zoom. He held it down on purpose so I could go lay my baby down, right? And the reason why he jumped off and texted me is so they can go back to celebrating her birthday, right? That's love, right? But here's question number 2. Am I more attracted to the result or the routine/process? Am I more attracted to the result or the routine/process? Now, when we think of greatness, or even like Kobe Bryant, for example, I don't know how many videos you've seen of other brothers talking about him, how that motherfucker was in the gym before all of us, and while we was out partying, he was still in the gym. You know, Kobe's work ethic was next level shit. LeBron James was quoted saying, ritual is greater than results. See, when you fall in love with the ritual, when you fall in love with the process, the results just fucking come. You got to ask yourself, am I more attracted to the results or the routine in the process? We got to trust the process and our routine. Create a strong one, a good routine, a good process. Trust the process. And you fall in love with the process and the routine. Time is weird. It's malleable and it will serve us versus us being a slave to it. But when we're focused on the time, we're slave to it. But when we fucking fall in love with the process, time comes on our side and speeds shit up. We'll grow quicker, explode quicker. We weren't focused on how long it's going to take. We were just focused on how great can I be with a growth mindset, right? Ritual is greater than results. May you get on point with the ritual and the results will come bigger than ever. So one last time, am I currently in an energy? Whoops, that was the first one. Am I more attracted to the result or the routine/process? Everyone get that? Raquel, get that? Awesome. another statement I just want to remind you guys. I say this a lot. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Because when we talk about taking an L, we talk about losing. Right? Check it. You're either going to win or you're going to learn, and both are valuable. You either going to win or you're going to learn, and both are valuable. So now that changes the definition of taking an L. If I don't win and I take an L, it's not just a loss. What did I learn? The lesson in there is fucking so powerful. You're either going to win or you're going to learn, and both are valuable. Did you guys know that success is actually a shitty teacher? Success is a shitty teacher, because when everything's going great and everything's going right, you ain't fucking got to, you ain't growing. You ain't got to do nothing. But it's when we take those L's, that's what causes us to step our game up. That's what causes us to take a look at ourselves. That is what highlights where we need to adjust, pivot, change, things we need to work on. It's the L's in our life. It's the times I fall down that made me stronger to get back up. When everything was going great, it wasn't a great teacher. Success is a shitty teacher. It's the lessons we learn in the valleys that make us fucking come up. You're either going to win or you're going to learn. Both are valuable. We need both. And I preface that because here's the next question to ask yourself. How am I growing? And what am I learning at this stage? How am I growing? And what am I learning at this stage? How am I growing? And what am I learning at this stage? Next question goes right with it. To check yourself and double check in. Am I in a growth/beginner mindset? Am I in a growth/beginner mindset? Right now, this stage in your life, look at our brother, Mr. Rhodes, been in the game 30 plus years, but he's empty. He has the wisdom to empty his cup, the humility to empty his cup, whatever level we're at, to show up with an empty cup. I don't know what I don't know. And we must keep a beginnership mindset at every level we're at. Yes, I'm a teacher. Yes, I'm a coach. Yes, I'm a father. Yes, I'm a leader, but I am a student, hungry to learn. I keep a beginnership mindset. That leads to our continual growth. That's why Aaron Stevens was talking to Mr. Rhodes and saying, right now, this is a sign that you're growing. Am I in a growth/beginner mindset? That's fucking powerful. Even my coaches, my mentors, dudes I revere, keep a beginnership mindset. And so they're always growing. And yes, something else Mr. Rhodes said that I want to touch on. We're here to learn how to work smarter, not harder. And he said, when he's painting the picture of working so hard and 7 days a week, he's like, don't do it. That's not what we're here for. We're here to learn how to work smarter, not just harder. If hard work was the only recipe for success, wouldn't a lot more people that we know be successful as fuck? Because we know a lot of people that work their fucking ass off and they're still barely getting by. We know a lot of people that work real hard. If hard work was the only recipe, a lot of people would be way more successful. It's not. Now, there ain't no way around the hustle. I'm all about hard work. But I'm also, it's not just that. And that's, what we're uncovering every week here. Next question. This is checking yourself. Who am I being currently? And does that align with the person / version of me that attracts and achieves these goals? Who am I being currently? And does that align with the person / version of me that attracts and achieves these goals? Who am I being currently? And does that align with the person / version of me that attracts and achieves these goals? Let me read it again. That was a long one, wasn't it? Who am I being currently? And does that align with the person / version of me that attracts and achieves these goals? Y'all got that? Put your hand up if you want to hear it again. If you want to hear it again. We're practicing asking for help, right? Oh, Jason Rose is taking over for her. Awesome. Who am I being currently? And does that align with the person / version of me that attracts and achieves these goals? Oh, again, this is checking ourselves, like reminding ourselves who the fuck we really are. We've got new vision. We've got these goals. We've got our floor. We've got our ceiling. We've got this new way of being that we're stepping into. But it's easy. We need to remind ourselves every day because we'll forget. I got this vision and these goals, but I may get triggered and fall back to the old me, go back to the old me. And once I catch myself, I got to stop myself and be like, wait a minute, who am I even being right now? And the person I'm being right now, is it even aligned with the person I said I wanted to be? With the best version of me? Who I'm being right now, is it even aligning with the person and the version of me that I said I wanted to be? The person and version of me that just attracts my ideal clientele, attracts my ideal life, attracts my best life, and achieves it? Who am I being right now? Because oftentimes, you know, something will happen, a bump in the road. Somebody said something, throw me off my game. I don't know about you, but like I'll wake up in the morning and if I like, you know, go to the bathroom and read some messages too soon, and if I get a shitty message, that could throw me off my game out the gate before I'm even fully awake, right? And it could cause me to like start thinking like shit that ain't serving me. And one person's fucking taking me out. And I gotta stop and be, whoa, what am I doing? What am I thinking? Who's living rent free in my head right now? Who am I being right now? And is this the version of me that I set out to be? Nope, that's why I got to check myself. Okay, well, how am I growing? And what am I learning at this stage? You know, that was the question before. Last question. Because again, the quality of our life comes down to two things. What are the two things that our quality of life comes down to? Spout them off, anybody.
Quality of questions we ask.
Come on, Dusty. Yes. And what's the second one? The quality of our life. Huh?
I always forget that one. Was the quality of relationships? Or is that not right? No,
Well,
that's not right.
it is.
Quality
at
of our
least.
communication.
That's right. That's right. Hell yeah. Dusty, I'm going to ask you that again next week. We're going to get this. Yes. And this is what we're doing with these questions right now. You're asking yourself in the universe quality questions. And in the process, by proxy, you're having good communication with you. You're having quality communication with you, you know, and reminding yourself of who you really are by asking yourself these quality questions. You know, So here's the last one that I'm going to give you tonight, at least. What am I excited to give and create today? It's a two-part question. That's just the first part. Or I guess these could be two more questions. But anyways, what am I excited to give and create today? Oh, it's so good. It sounds so simple, right? But to live into this question, what am I excited to give and create today? So we'll just call that one a question. So then I do have one more. I love that though. What am I excited to give and create today? Out of the 3 T's, man, where am I excited to give my time, my talent, and my treasure? What am I excited to give and create today? And last question. Oh, wait, some of you are still writing. I'll say that one more time. What am I excited to give and create today? Some of you are still writing. So what am I excited to give and create today? So fucking powerful. And here's the last question. What would it look like with more joy and more fun in all that I do? What would it look like with more joy and more fun in all that I do? Yes. What would it look like with more joy and more fun in all that I do? So good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7 questions? Did I just give you all 7? Good, 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 good. 7 questions. So if you're looking at your list, quick recap. Oh, I love this first one. Am I currently in an energy of playing to win or just not to lose? Number 2, am I more attracted to the result or the routine/process? Number 3, how am I growing and what am I learning at this stage? Oh, am I in a growth/beginner mindset? Am I keeping my cup empty? Who am I being currently? And does that align with the person/version of me that attracts and achieves these goals? What am I excited to give and create today? What would it look like with more joy and more fun in all that I do? Woo! Hey, what would that look like? I tell you, you get your squad on board with this, look out. Because we can raise one another up. I may be having a down day, but if I'm surrounded by other motherfuckers that are like excited to create today and decided they're going to bring more joy and fun in this place today, it can remind me, oh yeah, let's do that. Right? We got to care. I'm so about caring, but not that much. We got to take ourselves seriously, but not that much. Right? That's why I'm learning to let go and fucking sing karaoke and shit. Right? Whatever. What would it look like to have more joy and fun in whatever we doing today? I guarantee Matt Vaught decided he was going to go to that show and take tattoo of the day, and he did. But I also guarantee he had fun and showed up with some joy, right? I guarantee they cut up, had some laughs, talked some shit, had fun. He came up, put his game face on, but also had joy and fun in the process. You know, I heard it said the other day, when someone works real fucking hard at a job or something they don't love, that's called stress. But when someone works real fucking hard at something they do love, that's called passion. Right? Woo! Oh, so good. Okay. I see you, James, and I see you, Jason. Go ahead, James.
This is off of the first question.
Yes.
How do you decipher between playing to win or just not to lose?
What do you think? In hearing that question, do you know? And I asked you in the beginning, did you guys know there's a difference between playing to win versus just not to lose? And so what comes up for you when I ask you that question? If you knew, James, there's a difference between you playing to win versus just not to lose. Another way to look at it is like you deciding who you are and where you're going. And you decided, I'm all in, all faith, trust in the process. No, I don't know the how. I don't even have a crystal ball to see how it's all going to work out, but I'm trusting the process, knowing that clarity comes in the doing. This is who I'm committed to being no matter what. And I'm committed to walking out my best life, my abundant life. I'm all in. I'm committed to winning and walking out my best life in this relationship, in this next consult, in this conversation with my people, with my clients, with my team. I'm all in on them. I'm all in. I'm playing to win versus in the land of fear and lack and scarcity. I just want to make sure I don't fucking lose here just so I can fucking get by, you know, floor versus your ceiling. And here's our floor. Well, what the fuck do we even got a ceiling for that we're going for? Like that next to level up, right? If we want to level up, we're thankful for where we're at. I've got 1 foot in gratitude and then 1 foot in desire, right? Leveling up. And if I'm being honest with myself, am I all in and I'm playing to win this deal like Matt was all in? He was playing to win tattoo of the day on Saturday. He set the intention. He committed himself. He was all in playing to win. Or we can fall in fear and lack and be like, you know, just so I fucking, you know, get by, just so I get enough clients, just so I can at least keep the lights on. Like, yeah, like I got goals and dreams and vision, but as long as I, you know, at least fucking keep the lights on, at least do at least a $300 tattoo. I know my day rate's $1K, but if I can at least get $300, like more just playing in the land of lack, just not to lose. I don't want to totally lose this deal. I don't want to totally the bottom to fall out. I don't want to lose my shop. I don't want to lose my house. I don't want to not be able to pay my phone bill. So I'm just playing enough to get by. So I'll devalue and be like, no, it's a $300 tattoo. Oh, you only got $175. That's good enough. Like, cause I'm in fear. I'm in lack. Like I'd rather do something than nothing, right? I'm just playing not to lose here. I just don't want to lose, whatever. There's a huge difference energetically in the mindset from playing to win. I'm committed to leveling up versus I'm just playing to not lose. Right. Let's see. I was letting somebody else in here. I had another analogy to give you, but it just left me. Let's see if it comes back here. Man, it was a good one too. Woo, come on back. Come on back. Well, because sometimes we can shrink back and to play it safe. And I just don't want to lose out on this deal. I don't want to lose. So I'm just going to play to not lose. This is good. This will be good. This is good enough. But let me remind you that you're safe. Good is the enemy of your great. Right? Sometimes the magic happens outside of our comfort zone, but that's the scary place. In the beginning of the night, we were talking about, and Bobby brought it up. Well, I must be really chase my dreams because I'm fucking scared now. Right? And Bobby's going to be faced with, is Bobby playing to win or just not to lose? Like, is he playing to fucking create the shop of his dreams, or when things pop up, now is he going to just fold back and like, well, I'm just going to like make sure this fucking thing goes off okay and goes off good. I just don't want to lose this deal. Or is he going all the way in? I'm fucking playing to win. Right? Or is he just going to make sure it's like, we're good. We'll be good enough. And we all need to be good, but that's either out of your comfort zone or shrinking back down into your safe zone, what you've always known, comfort. Some of you may have raised your prices, but if you get into a little fear and lack, or 3 people tell you no, you could shrink back into your old way of being and be like, well, I'll just drop. I know I just went from 150 to 200 an hour, but the last 4 consultations all said no because I'm now 200. So the temptation just to shrink back to 150. I'll be good there, but you're good is the enemy of your great. And outside your comfort zones where the magic happens, but sometimes we'll be tempted to shrink back just into the land of the known, our comfort zone. I've been doing 150 forever and I'm good there, but your good is the enemy of your great. Are you playing to win or playing just not to lose? Right? Does that help a little bit, James? Showing the difference. Cool, brother. Cool. Is show of hands. Do you guys feel that? Am I conveying it okay? The difference energetically, it's a mindset, it's a heart condition. There's a huge difference. And it all gets tested. I get tested with that to this day. Even coming on here and serving you. What am I prepared? What am I going to serve them up tonight? Whatever, right? It can be scary, vulnerable. I hope they fucking like this. Whatever the case, I'm human too, right? And am I just going to show up like, I just want everyone to like me. I just want everyone to think it's good, as long as, I can pull off a class and it helps somebody. Like, I don't want them to hate me, playing not to lose. Or fuck that. Am I all in? I'm fucking playing to win with you guys. And I'm fucking giving you my whole heart, no matter what. Right? In everything we do and all that we do on this next tattoo, am I gonna fucking make it the best tattoo I've ever done? Like, am I fucking giving it my all, even in the relationship, not just the piece, with the experience, the customer experience? How not only am I treating them, but the friend they brought with them? How's my crew treating them? Are we playing to win today or just not to lose? Right? And that shit, I get these questions are the questions I check myself with. I will never share anything with you or teach you anything that I'm not living. Right? These aren't just questions for you to ask you. These are questions I ask me too. But we need to remind each other. Like sometimes, and that's why it's good for your crew to know some of this stuff, or at least your shipmate. I mean, for example, it seems like Bobby and JD are brothers that will sharpen one another. It's good. Because if you got a brother in your life like that, or anyone in your life, now they can check you and ask you. If they see you starting to go, then a brother or sister that knows who you are can be like, bro, did you slip back into you just playing not to lose today? Or are we still fucking playing to win? Right? But you can be that for yourself. The quality of your life comes down to the quality of questions and communication you're having with yourself. That's why I'm empowering you with some questions and communication for you to have with you. Right? Yeah. Thank you, James. James gave me some snaps on that. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jason. Okay, Jason, what do you got, brother?
All right. I see Denny and Kirby. Are you both on?
Yes, they are.
All right. I'm going to call myself out because it's been a hell of a night. And I appreciate Shelly for making me come on. She went to bed. She's got an early morning tomorrow. But guys, am I a leader? Because that's what I want to know. I want to be your leader. And I know you're both in here. Kirby's an alumni. Denny's my brother, 12 years now, at least. But I have a goal and I want to take you guys with me.
Mm. Mm. And when you say, I have a goal and I want to take you guys with me, which is fucking beautiful. And how well do they know that goal? Or is it now, after tonight, time for you three to sit down and break bread together? And Jason, you share that goal or goals. And you three men break bread together and get clear on the vision together. Because that's what a leader does. You're asking your people, I have vision right now. Do you guys know the vision? Let's break bread together. Jason, as your shepherd, as your leader, as your brother, let me share with you the vision. Let Denny and Dan align and that their visions match your vision. Look the fuck out. You guys can all rise together. But I'll pass it back to you, Jason. I was just getting clarity on, do they even know the goal you're talking about?
Say, I hope they do. I know we've all talked about it, but Kirby,
Yeah, man, I'm not sure what your current goals are. I definitely feel like you're a leader, but you know, maybe we should have a sit down and figure out what everybody's ultimate goals are.
I love that. And Jason, I love that you're being vulnerable enough and humbling yourself to even ask them. Because in other words, another way that you're asking is like, boys, you know, I'm your leader and I've been your leader. In other ways, you're asking, how can I serve you and lead you even better? And the difference now is I'm letting you two in on the conversation, right? And if you're really going to ask these boys even more clarity of how can we do it better? How can I lead you better? How can we build better together? Because you already been building. But the humility of you asking like, hey, how can I do it better? Even you asking them their opinions on shit is a sign of a good leader, including them. So by you posing this question opens the floodgates for so much more better conversation together. And this is the conversation that you open and keep open and stay on in the conversation together throughout the process. These things aren't something we just talk about once. We initiate it and talk about it once, and then we keep the conversation open as our lifestyle. But I love that you're in front of all of us, including them, and asking them, how can we do this better? How can I be a better leader? i.e., serve you even better. You shop leaders out there, you think people work for you. A true leader, we work for them. And this is Jason's heart right now. Jason, I hear you saying, guys, how can I serve you better? You boys don't work for me. Really, I want to work for you. How can I serve you? Dan and Denny, I fucking love you guys. Jason's saying, how can I serve you better? How can I lead you better? Right? That's fucking a beautiful conversation to open. And Jason, I love your heart, and you're dealing with two golden brothers that can get down with you on that conversation. You know, I don't know Denny as well as I know Dan, but I got enough discernment to know Denny's fucking one of the good ones, and Dan definitely is on you guys having that conversation and building together. So again, the quality of our life coming down to the questions, and now you're starting to ask some good questions with your own guys. Jason, that's fucking beautiful. What's coming up for you, Danny?
I mean, as far as a specific goal, I can't think of anything that comes to mind. Of course, we all have, a shared, I guess, unspoken goal of, the shop being successful and busy and having a good reputation and our customers leaving happy. But I mean, I would definitely agree that a sit down would be in order. I'm more than happy to, of course. And
Yes.
your question is if you're a leader or not. I mean, I don't know if you're a leader or not, but I'll follow you to hell and back, brother.
Hell yeah. Woo.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry, motherfucker. The second time today.
Oh. My God. Well, Jason, I'll tell you this too, because Dan's already graduated TBM. He's come to conventions and served with me to help change other people's lives, live in the flesh. But we have a next level program, as I've already kind of talked about briefly to you guys. And I wanted Dan in it. I still want Dan in it. And Dan wants to be in the next level. But he has been standing for the possibility for all you guys. It's been Dan's heart, Jason, for you to be in TBM from the beginning. Same with you, Danny. And Dan has been standing for you boys, for the possibility. Well, now we're here. It's next level time. I'm like, come on, Dan. It's ready to go on to the next level. And he wants to be there. But you know what, Jason? He wanted to wait on you. And you, Danny. He wants to do next level, but he's specifically waiting for you guys to finish out TBM and then to have the conversation that Jason's just now birthing and to see where you guys can go and build together. That's the kind of dude Dan is. And that speaks to who you are, Jason, and who you are, Danny. That Dan believes in you too. And so fucking glad you're here. And Dan's ready to go to the next level. But he wants Jason and Danny to come with him. And so he's standing, waiting, and he's here tonight with us all. It's fucking awesome.
No, it's been 30 years, and I really think those two guys,
Yeah.
they're my boys.
Yeah.
That's the crew I've been waiting for.
Mm.
And I'll go to hell and back for them.
Good. Good. Well, we can work with that. Yes. Woo. Snaps for Jason, y'all. Snaps for Danny. Snaps for Dan Kirby. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, you guys have that conversation and keep us in the loop. And then ask yourselves, are you boys playing to win now or just not to lose? Right? I think you boys are ready to fucking come up with a plan to play to win. And then are you going to fall in love with that process and have a blast together versus just the results, just the goals, but actually be more attracted to the routine and the process? And to keep the conversation open, how are you growing right now? And what are we learning together at this stage? And are we in a growth beginnership mindset? Who am I currently being? And does that align with our goals, our vision? Am I being the person that I set out to be that's going to attract and achieve these goals together as your leader, as your brother? What are we really excited to give and create today? And by the way, what would it look like for us all to have more joy and more fun in all that we do? Yes. Good shit. Good shit. I love it. Y'all get some value out of this tonight. Snaps, if you got some value tonight, man, I got so much love for you guys. Yes. Yes. I'm real excited about what our thread's going to start looking like now. Let's roll the sleeves up and keep it 100 and get real with it. What do you need help with? Where are you struggling? You got a family now to ask for help for. And you've got permission. Ask. Right? So good. Thank you, Dan. Dan's saying every week's getting better. Thank you, Dan. Let me remind you guys, if you think something good about somebody, say it. We all need to hear it. Dan, you just said that. I needed to hear that tonight, Dan. Thank you. If you think something good about somebody, say it. We all need to hear it. Even me, even you. The power of acknowledgement. There's been a lot of beautiful acknowledgement popping off tonight. That's why last week I was like, if nothing else, if you practice becoming the acknowledgement king, that alone will change your life. Because givers get. We don't give to get, it just comes with the territory. Man, if you start giving acknowledgement, look the fuck out. Acknowledgement's going to be coming back. So beautiful. I don't know if he's Matt, did you make that post yet, or you wait until the night's end?
I didn't want to make the video while I was trying to pay attention to class,
Great.
but I'm going to do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, brother. Man, I feel like a lot of guest spots just opened up tonight, and Matt's going to start the post. That's the beauty about TBM. We fucking fall in love with one another, support one another, want to see each other win, not just play to not lose, but to fucking win. And if there's anything we can do to help you, that's what we do. That's TBM. Then you're a true guardian, right? Helping one another. So good. Yes, yes, yes. Any last minute acknowledgements, questions, or takeaways from tonight? What's one huge takeaway you got from tonight, or one of your favorite parts of tonight? Yes, Aaron.
Mine wasn't a takeaway, but
Okay.
I would just like to acknowledge you, and I would like you to pass a message on to Katie from all of us and give her our love.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
That was
brother.
it. Love you guys.
Love you, brother. Thank you, Aaron. Ash, come on, man. Come on.
Hey guys, I basically just want to acknowledge everybody in the group and say thanks for sharing your sides of everything. I have really low self-esteem typically, and I get nervous every time I try to talk to y'all. That's why my voice gets real shaky. But y'all are bringing me out of my shell a little bit with that for sure. My confidence has been way up. Just my attitude as a whole, I think, has been a lot better since I started doing this TBM group. And man, it's an honor. Even my wife over here, Jason, I mean, thanks for being vulnerable, man. My wife was over here crying with you. Like, she about made me cry because every time I looked at her, her eyes were watering real hard. And I was like, oh, stop it. Like,
yeah.
But it's awesome. And I listen to all y'all's wins, and sometimes my wins do feel real small, but at the end of the day, we're here to learn things and improve together. So my inbox is always open. If anybody ever has any questions or anything. And I don't own a shop, so I can't host a guest spot, but I'd be down to do any.
Hey, love it. Ash, thank you.
Thank you.
Ash, I saw your work in Alabama. Your wins ain't fucking small. Quit playing that bullshit.
Thanks, man. It was nice to meet you in Alabama. Hopefully I'll be doing more soon.
I think Matt froze.
Happy day. I'm back now. Baby, come back. Here I am. Yes. Thank you, Ash. I love your spirit. Oh, so good.
Thanks.
Yes. Yes. James B. Snaps for Ash, everybody. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
One of my biggest takeaways was probably early on in the session was kill your fucking ego. Like the first thing I wrote down.
Kill your ego.
Yep.
Come
How
on.
you were talking about it's it's the ego deaths happen more times than one.
Yeah.
Constantly happening. And like once you said that, it brought me back to that consultation I had with that client. My immediate thought was like fuck or beat, but like it's this guy's fucking wife, and that's part of the reason I got into tattooing in the first place, was to bring that joy and that peace of mind to people. So
come on, James, you're getting it. Got it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that takeaway. What a fucking beautiful takeaway. That alone makes my night. It was already made, but fucking you just made it even cooler, James. Thank you. Snaps for James B, y'all. Yes. That's fucking so good. You know, the importance of communication is so important for all of us, especially leaders, because I learned a long time ago, it's one thing what you say, it's a whole nother what they hear. And oftentimes those could be two different things. But to say things, and then that's why another reason why I like hearing your takeaways. And just to hear James's takeaway, like, lets me know, like, he heard me. So good. Frank.
I think what I've been taking away the most is just your very first question. Are you currently in an energy of playing to win or simply to not lose? And I think for me, like, just because of a lot of like things outside of tattooing and also in tattooing, shop ownership and stuff, I've kind of been like in a stage of comfort, just kind of getting by and making sure I'm comfortable and bills, you know, are paid and things like that. And that's definitely like, that one is something that's like, I never really looked at it, you know, like that. Like, I need to be shifting my mindset into the winning and not just like, all right, cool, today was a decent day, you know. It's like every day needs to be a bigger day than that. Because even if it is a decent day, then hey, cool. But like that shouldn't be the goal, you know. That should be like the bare minimum, or if anything. So I like that one. That's a good one to take with me.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Frank. Yeah. And again, you know, something I touched on maybe week 1, the difference between the tyranny of or versus the abundance of and, right? And the reason why I say that is because that shows up in every area of our life. Because I used to think I'm such an all or nothing guy. I'm all in, right? And so I used to think like, if I'm practicing gratitude, but if while I'm like practicing just being grateful, if I find myself wanting more, wishing for more, desiring more, I used to think, well, does that mean I'm really not thankful for what I have if I'm wanting more? You know? And I turned it into the tyranny of or. And I've learned recently, in this year, really, and Ashley Mondor helped with it, who was on my podcast on overcoming imposter syndrome. Said, no, you can have both. 1 foot in gratitude and 1 foot in desire. Right? On one hand, I'm so thankful for being here right now with all of you. It's been such a fucking honor to work together, to grow together, to really get to know one another together. Everything I've come from, everything you've been brought through, just to be here today, all the shit you've been through in your life and that you have overcome to be here today, and everything you have built and achieved is something to fucking be grateful for in this present moment. But yet we're growing to desire more. And you can have and be in both. 1 foot in gratitude, 1 foot in desire. I'm so thankful for where we're at now, and I'm excited about where we're going at the same time. And to speak to what Frank just said, like every day I want it to be better, or even if a day was just a good day, that's good. It's okay to be grateful for the day we had today and to have 1 foot in desire for even a better day. You can have both. Love it. Thank you, Frank. Dusty.
Mine wasn't really a takeaway, more just acknowledgement. You had said something at the beginning of class that you had gotten a couple negative comments about starting class late or whatever, but sometimes negative comments can speak a lot louder than all the good ones. I don't think
Yeah.
it really matters to most of us. You do a real good job, though. I wouldn't worry about it.
My God, Dusty, thank you for that, brother. Big time, man.
Mhm.
Thank you. I'm just going to take that little clip and play it on replay to myself whenever I feel like I need to hear it again. Dusty said I'm doing a good job. For real. Thank you for that acknowledgement. I received that, brother. Thank you. Whew. So good. So good. Jason.
This is kind of directed at Frank. I know we've talked a little bit. I don't know, love the job, but don't overwork it.
Yeah.
Like I get it. I love what I do. It's like you guys have said, it's the greatest job in the world. But like, don't let it overtake everything.
Yeah. That's good.
And to Denny and Kirby, I get it, guys. I've worked for years with tons of different guys, but I really think this is the group that's going to take it. And I think this is the class that we can help take them to.
So good. Man. I almost want to drive up and join you all in Breaking Bread session one of these days.
You are more than welcome.
Happy day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Mr. Rhodes. Snaps for Jason, y'all. Snaps for Dusty and his acknowledgement to me. Thank you again, Dusty. Yes. Mr. Gonzalez.
Yeah, so for me, this has been a very profound class. Like I want to thank you for that. So to nail down like exactly what takeaways were the biggest for me is kind of hard, but I'd like to try.
Love it.
So whenever James asked you specifically what playing to win versus playing not to lose was, I found that your explanation of it was just riddled with just mass wisdom and chunks of that one spoke to me, so I really dug on that. And the other one that I would say wasn't even part of the class. It was something that Aaron wrote in the comments. It was a quote, love is the answer. And I don't even remember what the question was.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know who that quote is by, but I've heard it before.
Yep. His name is Mike Ciernoyashki, and he happens to be the producer of the Tattoo Guardians podcast. And one night we were all sitting here and he was sharing a story, and he was just riddled with surrender. And he had a big smile on his face, and Hip and I were processing and was warring through something. And Mike was just sitting back and he looked at me and he said, Matt, surrender. And I just looked at him and he had a big smile on his face. He's like, guys, all I know is love is the answer. And I don't even remember what the question was. And it was like,
Yeah, so like, yeah, that one just really speaks to me. And like I said, I guess I've seen that episode, or whatever. But
Yeah.
when I hear that quote, it just reminds me of the person that I want to be. So, thanks for that, Aaron.
My God, yes, and thank you, and Josh, thank you for that. Those beautiful acknowledgments. I don't take that lightly, especially coming from a brother like you, who's because you're very intelligent. For you to paint the picture of tonight as profound, and for you to acknowledge me in that explanation and making the distinction and saying it was riddled with wisdom means so much, but even more coming from such an intelligent gentleman like yourself. So thank you, brother.
Well, thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
I accept that. Thank you.
Good. Yes. 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 Woo! Love attack. Fuck, I'm having a love attack, y'all. Hey. Alls we know is love is the answer, and we don't even fucking know what the questions were. Hey, Mr. Gonzalez says that reminds me of the man I want to be. Well, you already are, sir. Oh, so good. Yes, 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 and mo yes. Woo! Man. Another line from Toby is, before I ever had a pot to piss in, I envisioned every piece of fruit I brought into fruition. Hey. Well, this always happens to me. I end TBM and can do anything but fall asleep right away. Like I'm supposed to end class and go up and be like, you know, I'm going to run around the block 3 times and thank God for all of you in my life. And maybe try and calm down. Maybe I'll eat 10 edibles. Just kidding. I'm just playing. We're lucky we have each other. Thank each and every one of you for doing this work and for showing up. Thank God for our wives that'll drag us in here one night if we ain't feeling it. Whatever the fuck case may be, you're here, and I acknowledge every single one of you. This is the process. Are we enjoying the process? This process will lead to the results. Let us fall in love and keep enjoying the process with one another. We got a new thread. It's the help support line every day, all day. Matt Vaught is going to make a video for us to set up guest spots all across the country. Let us keep loving and supporting one another. Thank each and every one of you. I'll see you in the group. I'll definitely see you next week. Blessings upon each and every one of you. Good night, everybody. I see you, Aaron. Love you all. Blessings. Woo! Yes. Mwah. See y'all.